Welcome back to Gospel Sundays. Before the ad break, we heard from Helen about her journey, and now we get to hear more about her music and plans going forward.
Welcome back. Thank you for tuning in. And my name is still Collen Vinjwa, and it is Gospel Sundays. We're still here with Helen M. Yeah, we heard about your life growing up in a family of 10, and like you were the last born and all that. You got spoiled. Okay, I can say that, even if you don't say it. But I don't know that you got spoiled.
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
I had to work hard for everything that I have. Like, if I didn't work hard and get good matric results and get a bursary, maybe I could have been a village girl even now.
Somewhere barefooted. Does your hard working include? We heard about you being a nurse, but does it now includes you working on this baby?
Oh yes,
Jesus
yes,
alive
yes.
in me.
Like, okay, I got married, and then this guy, maybe he was charmed by the voice when I was singing at church, who knows? Because he didn't come to me and talk the stories that God showed me, you what, no.
Okay, yeah.
He just said, you know what, I just fell and and I was like, oh, okay. So yeah, 2014 we got married. I got married to my husband immediately after our marriage, because it was April 2014. Then we bought a land in Welcome. We wanted to come and build a house there. So 2015, then he was like, next year we are branding. I'm like, what are you branding?
Yeah.
Then he said, you baby, we are branding you. Like that guy, he so believed in me so much. Like, he had this thing that, no, you must go out there. The people out there, the world must know about you. I mean, you're just singing in church here in the Free State, so you must go all over. People must know about you. And then I didn't take him seriously. And then he always told my sister that, Sis Grace, next year we are branding Helen M. So that's where the name Helen M came from, because it's Helen and the same name.
Yeah.
And I'm like, then what's the M stand for? No, Majapache, baby.
Yeah.
We can't call Helen Majapache. So that's it's too long. People will forget it. Other people won't be able to pronounce the surname. So, okay, he went like Helen M. I'm like, okay, fine. Then 2016, he said, no, make a show here in Welcome. You are too quiet. Other people, they even think that you are no longer interested. We had a show. It was a wonderful show, well attended, well supported. And then he said, no, now we are introducing you. December, you are recording. I'm like, September, October, November. We have only 3 months. Yeah, same year. Then he said, yeah, we are doing this, baby. And I was like, oh, wow, this thing is happening. Then because I was working by then at the primary healthcare setup, then I took a month leave, unpaid leave. Then I was rehearsing in Joburg. I worked with the team from Joburg. So my team, it was 11 people, all of them, the band members and backing vocals. But we worked so nicely with them. And, you know, the other day I remember I was driving from Welcome. I had only money for petrol. No money to pay hotel, no money to pay the rehearsal venue, no money for food, the rehearsal fees. And my husband said, you know what? Drive, baby. I'll make a plan. I will deposit you something. And 12 o'clock, I started to panic. People went like, no, I think today we must go for early lunch, as if they see that there's no money. And I'm like, God, this guy's, I said, no man, guys, let's go to lunch at 1 o'clock. And then 12:30, money was deposited. And I was like, oh, God, thank you.
Hallelujah. To minister to us, Helen M from Fusion's Collen Vinjwa. Praise the Lord.
What does it mean to you having such a supportive structure around you, being from the band, from the hubby, from any other person who is behind you and supporting you?
You know, I've got support from my church, Full Gospel Church. That's where we are attending now, under the leadership of Pastor Mbusa Sombongo. And then I have a lot of support from my family as well. And then my in-laws, they are very supportive as well. And my husband and the kids, everybody around me is so supportive. Even friends that I have, they'll be like, are you okay? Don't you need anything? But I won't always say, no, you know, there's a shortage of this and that. Because those people, they didn't say you must go and record. You decided on your own to go and record. But some will be like, no, Helen, I just thought maybe you will need airtime. That support is something that not everyone will do it, but I was grateful, even if it was 10 rand airtime, but at least I would be able to make a call. So it's so humbling because, you know, in life we need to have good relationships with people. You need to build a relationship with people around you. You must have people in your inner circle that you trust, that you know that even this one, if I can go and confide on you and say, you know what, pray with me, I have this and this challenge. So I believe that relationships in life are more important, not only with Christians. You know, as Christians, sometimes we make mistakes that we only make relationships with people who go to church, not knowing that that person whom you can call a drunkard or whatever, tomorrow you can need that person. Tomorrow that person can help you. So we need to love and respect each and every individual according to their respective work or whatever that they are doing.
So about Jesus Alive in Me, why the title? What was happening?
Because I've seen Christ in my life in a lot of ways. Like, you know, when I was doing standard 2, I was very young. I remember the other day I slept, I was walking, then when I woke up, my legs were these big. Swollen. They were not painful, I couldn't feel them, nothing. If you tried to dip just to see whether your finger will go through, nothing was happening. It was like a hard thing. I couldn't walk. I remember my mom woke me up saying, take bath, you're going to be late for school. And I went like, oh, I can't wake up. Then she said, uthomile jwalo. Yes, I can't walk until they removed the blankets. My mom was crying. They took me to hospital. All the tests were done. Even biopsy was done. The results, when they came back healthy, I slept at that hospital for 6 weeks. Then my father came and said, you know what, because my baby is here and there's no medication that she's getting, just release her. Then the doctor started saying, hey, Ntate Moholo, are you crazy now? How can we release? But he said, but let's talk. Yeah. There's no medication that she's getting. So why are you keeping her here at hospital? Because it was Mangweng Hospital. They called all the specialists that you can ever think of. But all the results, when they came back, I was healthy. Nothing was wrong. And then my father started to pray and say, God, like he was seated here and I was lying on bed. He said, God, please make my child to walk again. Then I will give her to you. She will serve you day in, day out. And I was like, what is this old man saying now? He will give me to God. How? By then, because I was young, I didn't understand what he really meant. But as I grow up, now with what is happening, I'm like, you know what, my father dedicated me, and then this is what he was talking about. So I always say, you know what, Lord, I live to worship you because of the testimonies that I saw throughout my life. I think 3 days after my father prayed that prayer, I was sleeping and then I had a dream. I was walking around in the very same hospital, playing with other kids. And when I woke up, I had severe cramps that I screamed and cried. And after 6 weeks of lying in bed, I hold on the wall. I started to walk. At times, something will say, leave the wall. But in my mind, I'll be like, no, I'm going to fall.
You can't, yeah.
Not knowing that God was saying to me, you are healed. Walk. And then I started walking. That was the day I got my healing. So this album, when I wrote that Jesus Alive in Me, the song that I've titled the album with, it says Alive. I wrote the song myself that I am alive in Jesus Christ. Now I'm redeemed. He's the reason why I live. He's the King of glory, the great I am. So just to show that without Christ, I am nothing. And I've seen him in my entire life.
So who did you work with on this album? Because I can see the Sotho songs, English songs, Zulu, Kimix Masala.
Yeah, Shona, Swati, you name them.
Yes.
Okay, the producer of the album, it was Mpuminda Masa, a very young, humbled, talented guy. That guy, he's super good. This was his first project for him. And I met him when I was doing my show, the August show. Because of the zeal and the passion that he had, I believed in his word of mouth when he said, I can do this. Yeah. And then the featured artist, I featured Avis Ndlovu. She's the one I did the Swati and Shona song with. She wrote the song with a guy called Mushana Mareza from Zim. So I featured Abel Mashiani, my nephew. I featured Papa Karedi, he's a gospel artist from the Free State. And then I featured Goodwill Kumalo. So it was awesome working with those.
I'm here at Matlosana Mall Musica. Guys, come and join me. You'll get yourself a signed CD of Helen M.
So for someone who wants this album, where can they get it?
The album is available at Musica Worldwide.
Oh, wow.
Kumbuk is there. Then if you are saying, I'm staying from far from Musica in Kumbuk, you can get it at takealot.com where you order and then it gets delivered at your doorstep. Yes. And then it's also available on iTunes.
And by the way, this was shot live.
Yes, it was a live DVD recording. The DVD is coming soon.
Where can people get hold of you? Are you on any social media? I heard you mentioning Facebook.
Yes.
Any others?
I am on Instagram. It's Helen M. Kilelaleza. Kilelaleza is a song that I branded myself with, the well-known song. So it's Helen M. Kilelaleza, small letters, no commas, no nothing.
Okay.
And then on Twitter, it's @IamHelenM. I've got a Facebook page, it's Helen M. It's 2 pages, but they will see that they all have my the profile of my sleeve. And
which song would you like to leave our viewers with?
I would like to leave them with the song Kilelaleza. Well, I love the song because it caters not only for Christians but for each and every individual. Like Magogo Atwere, Pata, and then young people, even young kids. This other lady sent me a clip of her child, 2 years, 6 months, saying Kilelaleza. And then I leave them with the song Kilelaleza.
Helen, it was a pleasure talking to you.
Thank you so
Time
much.
is always the enemy, because I would have loved to talk to you for an hour.
We've got a lot, hey?
We've got a lot. Let's do part 2.
Please.
Thanks a lot, Helen.
Thank you, guys.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. That was us live from Banya Theatre. We had Helen and you heard from her. If you want the music, you can get the music at Musica. And don't forget to vote for us. Ingoma 45633. Vote for us to win. See you next week. Thank you.
We would like to take this time to thank Helen for her time and enjoy some of her music. Gospel Sundays has been nominated for the prestigious Ngoma Awards for 2018. And we request you, our viewers, to take your time in voting for the show under the category of Best Gospel TV Show. SMSs cost R1.50 and you may vote as many times as you want. Check the number at the bottom of our screen for more info. We trust you enjoyed the show, and should you wish to be in touch with us or be part of the show, do send us an email at collenv@afrotone.co.za or find us on our Twitter page at afrowv_gospel. It has been great. Let us meet again next time, same place, same time, yet for another episode of Gospel Sundays. Till then, do best in all you do, and the grace of the Lord be with you.